to a new edition of our show titled Speak of Africa. Thank you very much for supporting our show. We're noticing that we're getting more and more viewers and subscribers. In the last few videos, we've been encouraging you to subscribe to our channel, and you're doing what we're asking you to do. So we appreciate and we want to say thank you for this effort. In fact, we're really noticing all the people contacting us, and we're communicating with them to really show that we appreciate what they are doing. We have said in the past that this show is your show. This show is your voice. We are at the alternative media. We are not one of those Western outlets. We are a channel for Africans and people who love Africans. So we want to project the African point of view. That's what this channel is all about. Today, we're going to take an issue that is top news in the United States today because it affects an African. Today, we want to talk about a politician. The name of this politician is Ilhan Abdullahi Omar. Ilhan Abdullahi Omar is a new U.S. representative from the state of Minnesota. As you may not know, the African population in Minnesota is really great and is growing every day. When you look at the way immigrants settle in the United States, it follows certain patterns. When you look at immigration records, you look at the census, immigrants tend to cluster around certain centers like Washington, D.C., Los Angeles, St. Paul, Minneapolis. In St. Paul, Minneapolis, for example, most of those who cluster around those areas are of Somali heritage, and most Somalis tend to be Muslim. So in this regard, for the first time, we have a U.S. representative who is a Muslim, and this has really shaken things up in the new U.S. Congress that just took power in 2019 as a wage against Trump's indecency. Since this new representative took power with her other freshmen, they've really been shaking things up. And we're really happy with the way things are going because this is what we need in a system that is kind of like conservative. These people are changing things. They are taking President Trump to task for indecency. So in this video, what we're going to be doing is we want to ask yourself, anti-Semitism is not good, but is Islamophobia okay? That's a question inquiring minds want to know. A few days ago, there was furor in Congress and all over the United States because Ilhan Abdullahi Omar was making some comments and people took these comments to task. In fact, her comments were interpreted as a form of anti-Semitism. But is this really true? We don't think so. What really happened was an effort to suppress free speech. She's a new representative and she's very outspoken, but she tells the truth. So this individual made comments which were really true. She was simply saying that members of the U.S. representative are kind of bought. So it looks like American democracy is really for sale. What she's really saying is something that even an average person who has lived in America knows. When you look at America, you may think that it's really a democracy. But what is really hurting U.S. democracy is the fact that a lot of lobbies are buying access. They are buying influence. When they do this, the common man's voice is not heard. So Ilhan Abdullahi Omar was simply trying to project the voice of her constituents who are from Minnesota. She wanted them to know that most of her friends cannot really speak freely because they are beholden to the pro-Israel lobbies that exist in the United States. Because of this, she was censored for trying to express herself. But the censor did not really go through because she got a lot of support from progressive elements in the Congress and all over the country. So they could not really censor her. So for the first time, we saw that the Democrats are not really united because they refused to go with the Jewish lobby who wanted Ms. Omar to be sanctioned and reprimanded for her comments. For example, Bernie Sanders, who is running for president again, came out. Bernie Sanders, as you know, is of Jewish heritage. Some people have even speculated that he has dual nationality. He is a Jewish citizen and an American citizen at the same time. So he has a form of dual loyalty. So he came out and supported Ms. Omar. He is a Jew, but he came out and supported Ms. Omar. So Bernie Sanders said that it is good for a U.S. citizen to make a distinction between anti-Semitism and criticism of bad Israeli policies.
$250 to $6,000. Quick tax refund advance made easy. It's tax season 2019. The Christmas and New Year holidays are over. Everybody's talking about the PJ Tax Service, the new kid in town on H&R Block's block. Why? Money, money, money. Spread the good news. Quick tax refund advance is here. It's big, bigger than ever. Put big money in your pocket fast. PJ Tax Service. Nobody gets your tax money back faster, instantly, quickly, and immediately. 3 tax refund disbursement choices for you in less than 24 hours. Visa e-card, paper check, and direct deposit. Get your money back without delays. PJ Tax Service has your back. It is your money, so get it now. PJ Tax Service. You like the way we do your taxes. PJ Tax Service. You feel like a lottery or a sweepstake winner. Act now. Call 301-593-4879 or 301-593-4897. Or come to our office, 11207A, Lockwood Drive, Silver Spring, Maryland, 20901. Or you can visit us online, www.pjtaxservice.com.
If the government of Israel, especially the government of Netanyahu, is doing wrong things, it should be fair game for that government to be criticized. But in the United States, when you criticize this Jewish government, most people just rise and tell you you are an anti-Semite. So that's not true. So Bernie Sanders, for the first time, decided to really clarify things for the rest of us. It is okay to criticize a Jewish government that is negative, that is doing wrong things. But that doesn't mean you hate Jewish people. So anti-Semitism is different from criticism of a Jewish government. So Bernie Sanders wanted to make this distinction, and he weighed in by giving a lot of support to Ms. Omar. So we really appreciated that. So this is not really the first time that we've had people who have criticized the Jewish government and they've taken the flak for it. Look at Jimmy Carter, who used to be the president of the United States. President Carter, even this morning, weighed in. He made some comments and he said, listen, so long as Netanyahu is the prime minister of Israel, there will never be peace between Israel and the Palestinians. And when you look at what happened between Ms. Omar and her peers, the subtext of what you're hearing is just the fact that people don't want to talk about the Palestinian conflict. So the Palestinian conflict is really the undertone. When you look at the subtext of what is really happening, adults are very, very hypocritical the way they communicate. The truth is, the issue that was really being raised was the fact that the Palestinians do not really have a voice in Washington. The Jewish lobby is heard all over the place and nobody hears the plight of the Palestinians. So Ms. Omar was just saying that the Jewish lobby are paying congressmen to support their cause, to champion their causes. For saying this, which is really the truth, they wanted to castigate her for her popular views. So we're happy Bernie Sanders weighed in and supported her. Then other young freshman congressmen who came in 2019 also decided to support our sister, Ms. Omar, okay? So we had like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. She also came in. She's from New York. She's also from Hispanic background. She came in and supported Ms. Omar, and so did other Muslim candidates. They came in and supported Ms. Omar. Because of that, it was difficult for the Democrats, even Ms. Nancy Pelosi, to pass a measure to sanction Ms. Omar. So far, everything has been suspended. The way it looks, the Jewish lobby is not going to get its way this time because Ms. Omar is going to stay. But we do not like the fact that they were already threatening Ms. Omar. Why in the United States should we be threatening violence to a politician for expressing her views? So we have to be tolerant of different views. America is a salad bowl. America is a melting pot. So we need to accept the fact that we are different. We do not accept Islamophobia. By the same token, we do not accept anti-Semitism. So this is what we have to say. In fact, when supporters of Ms. Omar decided that, well, if you want to pass a measure condemning anti-Semitism, then you have to pass another measure condemning Islamophobia. But people who support the Jewish lobby were saying that, oh no, when you do this, you are watering down the measure. No, they are just saying that it's good to be fair. Fairness and justice, that's what we want in the United States. If America as the beacon of hope cannot shine so that people can see its allure, then what are we going to become? So we really like the way supporters came and helped our sister, Ms. Omar. So she's doing the first thing, which we really think is good.
Place so I can get my taxes done. You know I'm trying to buy a new house. What's up?
Let's get it on. If you're searching for a house, call up my man Prince O'Jones, the best in real estate. Take it from your guy Shake. When I say his services are the best in the states where he's born, he even take care of your tax forms, fat refunds. So come get your business done. Consultations, financial organization, fast processing, no waiting. This man is amazing. The Prince.
Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131.
When you look at Ms. Omar, what is really her point of view? So far, she used to be a representative in Minnesota, and when you look at her views are basically typical of an Arab politician. She has a pro-Arab stance. Then she also has a progressive stance. When you look at the type of causes that she champions minimum wage, she champions affordable housing. So she champions those type of causes that help the average person. So she really qualifies as a progressive. In fact, that may be probably the reason why Bernie Sanders is supporting her, because she is as progressive as Bernie Sanders is. It just happens that in this case, Bernie Sanders is white and Jewish. Ms. Omar is Somali American. As an African, she supports African causes. Okay? So we like the fact that she's really supporting Islamic causes also. So that's her viewpoint. So we don't really think she's an anti-Semite. She just shares a different point of view. And she just wants people to do what they need to do. What she did is not really strange. In America, this whole concept of dual nationality, dual loyalty has always centered around the neck of many Americans who came to this country as immigrants. Take the Kennedys. Before John F. Kennedy became president, people really questioned his background. As a Catholic, people felt, well, he will not be suitable to be president because he will be taking instructions from the Pope, who is in the Vatican. Similarly, during the bombing of Pearl Harbor, for those who remember American history, the Japanese were put in internment camps, and people were really suspecting the Japanese of being disloyal to the United States. Interestingly, all these people have already pledged their allegiance to the flag. They've already pledged their allegiance to the United States. But it is really customary, as you can look at the course of US history, for people to question the allegiance of many Americans who come into the public sphere. So we don't think what Ms. Omar did was wrong. She was simply questioning the allegiance of a lot of Jews who are in the United States. Are you faithful to the United States, or are you faithful to a foreign country? That's really the question Ms. Omar was raising. But people mistook her idea for a form of disloyalty to Jews or anti-Semitism. So we don't really think she's really an anti-Semite. Then we also had a history of this issue. Look at even Andrew Young. Andrew Young used to be the UN representative to the UN. Just for meeting with a Palestinian, it created so much furor around the United States to a point that he decided to resign. So we think that a look at the Jewish lobby and its stakeholders in Congress tend to overreact whenever anybody mentions Israel. So it's like an untouchable child. Don't touch, don't touch. If you touch, you get into trouble. So it looks like Ms. Omar crossed a red line. She's not supposed to talk about Israel or how people support Israel. She's not supposed to question Americans' support for Israel. So as an American, she felt that, well, why is America supporting a foreign country? We need to look at this. We need to weigh and consider this relationship. But it looks like a lot of people don't really like it whenever you question America's support of Israel. And when you look at it, the Palestinian conflict has never really been solved because America cannot really emerge as a fair and honest broker of peace. It is true, the Israelis and the Palestinians themselves are making it difficult for us to have peace. But we need somebody who can really be neutral, who can be impartial to really help the two sides to come to the table and talk peace. So it looks like the Palestinian conflict is always going to be a subtext. The politician may not really say it in the forefront, but in the background, they bring it up. So what was really happening was, she was just looking at the way most of the Jewish politicians and some of the American politicians support Israel blindly. So that was really the problem.
Life insurance money secrets of millionaires and billionaires exposed. Discover how America's rich and famous exploit these arcane tools to build fabulous wealth. Why should these big white guys have all the fun? Let Prince Ojong, the celebrity author of The Miraculous Millionaire, show you the little understood life insurance way to riches. Are you still doubting the good things that life insurance can do for you? Trust strategies, estate planning, 401k rollover, annuity contract, cash value, education funding, executive benefits, income protection, life protection, living benefits, mortgage protection, tax-free retirement? Think and grow rich with life insurance. Your amazing journey to wealth begins by calling Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131.
So we think that the more we get Africans running for office in the United States of America, the more we'll have a plurality of voices. More and more people will be able to express the African point of view. So far, what Ms. Omar has been doing has been helping her Arab brothers, but we are encouraging her that soon we want you to start looking at the African condition. Africans in Africa. You came from Somalia. Now you're in the US, you're in a position of influence and power. Do not only look at what is happening to Arabs in Palestine. Look at what is happening to Africans in the motherland. So that's our challenge to you, Ms. Omar. As we are airing this video, we are communicating with you at the same time. If you have the time to watch this video, we are challenging you to engage African dictators. Don't only limit yourself to Arab causes. As an African, look at what is happening in Africa. Are the dictators doing the right thing? So you need to engage bad governance in Africa. So do not limit your work to the criticism of Israel, okay? Also look at what is happening in the motherland. African politicians are making life difficult for their people. So you are now in a position to express your views on this subject. But we've not heard you say anything yet. We've looked at your background. Much of what you say has to do more with your religion, which is Islam. We don't challenge your religion. All what we're saying is we want you to extend that umbrella, okay? Instead of just talking about issues that are of pertinence to Muslims, we want you to also look at issues that are pertinent to Africans. We know issues like fair housing, affordable housing affect Africans in the United States, but we're looking at the plight of Africans in the motherland. We're looking at the existence of dictators in the motherland who make life unbearable for our people. What are you saying about it? What can you do to help their people? So that's the challenge we have for you. In the future, we think we'll have time to invite you to our show and to engage you to talk. Most people may not know your background, but we are sharing a lot of information. We've gone to your website and we've looked at a lot of what you've done. And we admire you. You're a very young person. You are progressive, and we like your politics. But we're encouraging you to start thinking about the motherland. Start thinking about Mother Africa. Don't just limit yourself to Islam. We know that Islamophobia is not good. You've been talking about it. We've watched programs that you've done for Muslim kids around the country, which we welcome you and we say thank you for what you've been doing. But we're telling you now that please extend this work to include democracy in Africa. You're dealing with intolerance. We have a lot of intolerance in Africa in all its spheres. Politically, we don't really have room to express ourselves. When you look at the average African country, they may say they're a democracy. They're a democracy only on paper. So we're challenging you to start thinking about what you can do to change the fate of Africa. Because if you do this, it will be good not only for Christians who are in Africa, it will be good also for your fellow Muslims. So we're challenging you to look at this, take time to think, and see how you can do something to turn around the fate of Africans. So we're encouraging people to support you, and we're using this platform to showcase your progress and to tell other Africans that it's a good idea to run for office. If we start having more Africans running for office in America, then we'll start having a form of influence in Africa. So most of the time I tell people, do not blame the pro-Jewish groups. What they're doing is legal. Because if you want to be a foreign agent, there are laws in the United States that allow you to do this. They call it FARA, okay? So you can register as a foreign agent and start supporting Africa. You can start lobbying for Africa. Lobbying is constitutional in the United States, except you do the stupid stuff that people like Abrahamov did. But as a lobbyist, you can really express your views and you can work to engineer your views in the system. So Africans need to know that we have the foreign agent legislation which allows us to lobby for a foreign country. And that's what most of the pro-Israel groups are doing. They are using their money to lobby for Israel. So you cannot blame them. So what I would encourage other Africans to do is to start forming groups. As you watch this show, let's start forming groups so that we can start lobbying for Africa, okay? If we can do this, it's going to be good for our motherland. And we thank you for watching this show. Those Africans who want to start a movement, and we're telling you on this show that contact us, we can show you what we need to do to start lobbying for Africa. It's very easy. You just need to become a foreign agent. You know about FARA. You go to the website, you get all the information, and you lobby to become a foreign agent, and then you can lobby for your country. You can also contribute to political campaigns. The mistake most Africans make is that they are citizens, but they don't vote. So this time, we're encouraging many Africans to start thinking about 2020. The next presidential election will be in 2020. So let's not wait until 2020, then we'll start thinking about it. Now is the time to start thinking about 2020. We have to start thinking about voting. And we're encouraging a lot of Africans to vote. Because if we have our own organizations, then we can lobby for our own causes. We have despots in our motherland we want to kick out. But we cannot kick them out if we don't have the lobby. And we need to have an African lobby. We need to build our own organizations so that we use this organization to lobby our senators, our congressmen, and even the White House. So if we can do this, then we can get most of our ideas across. Because America has the power, but we can come up with ways to use this power politically. So we need to become politically engaged. We need to become politically active. So when you watch this video, I'm telling you, if you need to know what you need to do to start something, contact me. My phone number is 240-350-1131. And I would like to end this show by telling you now that we can start a new movement. I'm inviting all the young new Africans. Watch this show and I will be able to guide you on how you can start forming your own organization so that you can be as powerful as the Jewish lobbies. Thank you very much.
Selling a service or a product? Need buyers? Use the African Nation TV as a channel to reach many viewers. Act now and call Prince Ojong at 240-350-1131. That's 240-350-1131. Act today.